Hey YouTube, I'll have this video in part 2 as well, but I'm starting off by going to Supreme Beauty in Arlington, Texas. I absolutely love this beauty supply. As you can see, it's like ginormous. It has everything and anything you could possibly want. They even have scrubs and like flip-flops and like hats. Like, it's kind of crazy all the stuff that they have. They have wigs in the bag, they have human hair, synthetic hair, like literally anything you can think of. So I'm coming here for this like the add-on hair I will add in part 2, but I did just want to show you all in case you already know how to do your scalp braids. You can just watch this part 1 for the parting and then do your own braiding. Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. So I have it on a turban because I blow dried and washed my hair last night, but I was up until like 10 and I had to get up for church at 5 a.m. and it was raining, so this is what we're working with. But we're gonna do our hair. Woo! Feel good. Feel good. Alright. So, what you will need is some hair. Don't matter how long, how short. You will also need, I bought this from Supreme Beauty. Smells so good. This is my favorite thing to use for braids. Also need for the edges, a comb, some type of brush, and look, y'all, I know how to be. You will also need some curly hair, maybe one pack. I have 2 different types. I have one that is a bit looser, one's a little kinkier, so we'll get to that. So I'll take these down and come right back, but I'll do, yeah. So of course I have to just start by taking down my braids. Again, this is just a temporary way that I preserve my blowout. I do have a YouTube video on preserving a blowout too. But I had to go walk my dog, so I did put my hair in a little ponytail to go outside. And I think I like ate some lunch and stuff, so BRB. So we're going to start off with a middle part, and this is just the braid pattern for reference. And now I'm starting off with braid number 1 there on the left hand side. So I like to start with a middle part and then do a little triangle on my right side of my head, but feed that off to the left, kind of behind your ear. Your left ear is the perfect stopping point for the first braid. If you go a little bit past your left ear, that's fine, but you don't want to make it too big because we have a few more to do. I think I made this one a bit smaller. I will show it at the end, but this set of braids I did 8 instead of 7 like I usually do. So this was definitely a bit smaller than my typical. And then I just kind of twist it up just to get it out the way and do a little bantu knot and bobby pin that just so I can continue my parting. So essentially that braid, this is kind of like the flow of what I just parted, and as you can tell it's a bit thicker in that picture. And then you do the exact opposite. You start with the middle part, but you feed off with a triangle on your left side this time and part all the way down to your right ear. And my parting is not perfect. It's really hard to part your own hair. Your arms get tired. I'm not a beautician. I'm literally an at-home DIY girly. So, you know, it takes me a bit. Like, I cropped out a lot of parting in this video because I was like a whole nother hour of me just trying to get the part straight. Again, this is what we look like. We're on braid 2 now, and that is feeding from the left hand of our head down to our right ear, and this is what it looks like when done. So now we're doing braid 3. That is on our left side. So now you have the 2 zigzags in the front, and you kind of want to feed down from the right corner. It's a little off center now, down to the left nape area. Nape of, I think it's nape. You know what I mean. Down to the left nape of your hairline. And it'll be like the bottom left corner of your hair. And I brush that out. Part is not perfect. This is kind of like the rough draft of parting. I'll fix it a little better later. Again, you do that twist down all the way down, and I just like to do a bantu knot so that it can get out of the way. But if you wanted to just straight on braid from here, you can, but I don't. Now we're doing braid 4. So that is from, so the 4th braid is from off center left down to our right nape of the hair. And again, we twist down, we bantu knot to get it out of the way. So the rest of this hair, I kind of had to just comb out because there was a lot left to do, and the braids were a little wavy. So now we're doing braid 5. So we just did 4. We're staying on that same side of the hair. Kind of, this is more center head down to the bottom right of our head. So you're sticking to the right side, right next to braid 4. You're not going back and forth every other side of the head like you were in the beginning. You want to stay there. And now we're doing braid 6. Now we switch back to the left side. This is off center of the right down to the left of our head. You see I'm kind of centered, not quite. And I think of it kind of like a waterfall, like a cascade. I don't really know how else to explain it. But you want to feed that down to the left-hand side of your nape. Twist that up and bantu like normal. You can bobby pin, twist it, whatever gets it out of the way so you can continue parting. Now braid 7, you stay on that same side parallel to braid 6 from the center of your head down to the bottom left. But again, it's like a cascade kind of arc, if you will. And the last braid is braid 8. And it's essentially what is left over. At the end, you'll see I did 7 braids more often than I did 8. The perks with 8 braids is you have 4 on each side, and you can do a bit of a 2 ponytail gig if you would like. However, it was kind of just the way the hair flowed that I ended up doing one more than usual. So this is all done now, and this is again the back of my hair. I'm still learning how to braid on my scalp, so it's not perfect. But if you would like to just not add the additional hair, this is kind of what it looks like if you just have it down. This is my example of 7 braids instead of 8. Just do them all essentially a little bit bigger, just a few inches wider. This is it again with 8 as a comparison. You can always screenshot it and rotate it if that would help you better, but since I put it at an angle that would make sense if you're doing it yourself. Excuse me, my voice is dry. And here's just some photos of me with the hairstyle. This is my third time doing it, so these are more of the previous ways that I styled it, and I absolutely love it. I get tons of compliments because it's just such a sleek look, very casual, very simple. It's so easy to wrap up at night. I do take the bun down at night so it's not super bulky on my neck. But that is the braiding style and pattern. Be sure to check out video 2 to see how I add the weave and how I braid my hair. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.